What's up, everybody? It's your girl Cassandra. I was just thinking about what happened today. Today, I attended a protest that was led in Hillside, New Jersey. It's a very small town, my hometown where I'm from. And today, you saw Senator Joe crying. You saw freeholder Angela Garrettson. You saw the Hillside Mayor, Dahlia Vertrees. You saw the governor come out today, Governor Phil Murphy. And it just was like, what we needed to see and what we needed to hear, because in times like this we need to show solidarity, everybody from every race, from every side. When you have something like George Floyd and Breonna Taylor and all the situations that keep happening, you need the people on your side to keep these people accountable. You need people in the office to keep people accountable. You need police officers who are willing to stand up for what's right to hold people accountable. So as long as you have those officers that are willing to hold their peers accountable, we can have less and less cases and less instances. Not to say that it'll disappear, especially overnight, but at least we'll have a start of heading in the right direction, along with the policies that need to be changed, the laws that need to be changed, the things that need to be addressed. If we get the right people in office, then they'll fight for us. So yes, we do need to vote. Yes, we need to go in every vote, not just the presidential election, because I've heard people say that their votes don't matter, but your vote does matter and your voices do matter. And at the smaller level, I believe personally that they matter even more so than at the national level, because you have the president, you have the electoral college, but you also have your local elections. You have your elections for mayor, you have your elections for freeholder, you have people in the school board, you have people that are here, right here in your neighborhood, that go to those higher offices, that voice their opinions based on what you tell them and what you say. So your voice does get heard. But if we do not stand out and we do not get to the polls and we do not take our time to get out there and to share our voices and to speak out loud and to tell people that we're done having it and we're done, it's not today, Satan, that kind of thing, then we finally get those voices heard. We finally get those policies addressed. We finally get laws changed. And it takes time. You can't just go to one thing. You can't just say one post. You can't have one thing and that's it. You need to continually be able and be willing to put in that effort and that work. So if you can only post from home, from social media, if you can only share a message, if you can send a letter to your senators and your local representatives, you'll have people like Councilman Cook come out. He was another one that was out there in the protest today. So guys, I just want to say, I pray that you continue to look for the messages, you continue to reach out to your authority figures, you continue to do what you can so that things can change, because things won't change if you just stay at home and say nothing. Things won't change if you don't get out and vote. Things won't change if we don't say something and make a move. I strongly believe that if Christ was here today, he would want us to have justice. He would want peace amongst the nation. He would want change. He wouldn't want to see people brutalized. He wouldn't see people taken advantage of. We wouldn't want to see any more murders. Things like that need to be addressed. So if we don't get up and say something, then nothing will happen. So I believe in peaceful protesting, but I also believe that I'm open to other options that won't cause any crime, something safe, something responsible, but I can understand why people rioted. I can understand why people looted. I can understand why people do that, but there's also people that's using it as an excuse. You need to be able to know the difference about who's doing what and why, because the media will only say there's all this rioting going on, things are going amok, things are going crazy, and there's no control over what's going on, and they'll have you thinking that America is in an uproar. Yes, we're in an uproar, but not in the way you think. And there are a lot more peaceful protests that don't get highlighted, that get skipped over because the media wants to portray one slanted view. That's my gripe with the media. But all in all, we all need to get together. We all need to come together, because it's when we come together as the 99% to address the 1% that things change. So if you are not willing to come in solidarity with one another, then things will never change. We have to be able to do things in a way that's loving and peaceful and not become the oppressor. That's the danger in challenging oppression, because it's the danger of trying to use their methods to try to make change. If we use their methods to try to make change, we're going to become like the oppressor, and then the oppression becomes on the other foot instead of solutions. So I'm all about solutions, and if anybody has solutions, I'd be more than willing to hear them, more than willing to act them out, more than willing to just see what they are, because I'm open for change, and I'm up for change. I want to see change. I want to see people be able to walk down the streets without living in fear. I want to be able to live my life without worrying about my own life. worrying about my brother's life, worrying about my cousin's life, worrying about my father's life, worrying about my sister's life. These are the people that I have to worry about day in and day out. My friends, my colleagues, my associates in ministry, the people I know from church. These are the people that we have to worry about day in and day out. So there's no reparations for that. The only thing we can do is institute change. So that is my prayer. My prayer is also for the Floyd family, for the Taylor family, and for every family that's been affected, the Ahmaud Arbery's family, and everybody else. So you guys, I pray that you continue to work for change. I pray that you continue to look for change, and that we become better as a people, as a whole, that we reach a place of healing and restoration, that we be able to do these things without causing more problems. But I do agree that we do need to have a lot of changes in laws, changes in policies, changes in a lot of things that are going on right here in the United States. So if we want to affect change, let us get out there to the polls and vote. Let us do whatever we can to make sure our voices are heard. You guys have a blessed day. Peace.